Well, I don't know if this has been requested, but we're going to go ahead and do another one of these religious videos, I guess you'd call them. Um, and I think that is what I'm going to go ahead and make this topic on. Um, I'm just going to kind of try to go a broadband, rant. Do you want to call it? I don't know. Once again, I don't make these type of videos, and this is the second one I've made in an hour. And in some ways, I'm kind of like, dude, is like God like very close right now because for some reason I am doing something totally different than I usually do. But it is not necessarily a bad thing, because this is some of the stuff that I wanted to do. Um, in my church. I mean, it's stuff that that I kind of wanted to get into, but one or another thing happened. I didn't get to be the speaker. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. In fact, I'm hoping a bunch of those people might be listening right now. Um, anyway, if you are, I love y'all. Um, I can't. Yeah, I love y'all. But we have this thing out there. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's called COVID-19, right? Something like that. But yeah. With Kelly's health issues and I'm just following regulation. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm hoping not to have to edit anything out because I kind of like to just, I don't know, let everything out as it comes out. So, anyway, um, religion in general. Okay, well, here we go. Um, it is, I think I have to go into the point of religion in general, I think, has been corrupted. Yes, our sirens going off yet? um, and I say that because, again, um, people just don't talk about religion. I mean, they just don't do it, especially if they don't have the same religious view as other people. And the reason why is because a lot of Christian people, not trying to put labels, but you know, what regular people who are not religious, because I used to be one, but what they tend to think of anybody who believes in God is they are a person who's going to push and push and push and push and push, and even if you I don't know, but that is not where I wanted this whole conversation to go. So we're not going to go there. What I do want to go on is religion as a whole, and well, maybe that's where we're going right now, Frank. Um, who the heck is Frank, right? um, hopefully that was funny. Anyway, um, so let's go on a different path for a second, because I'm kind of letting this video go as wherever it happens to go, it's going to go. You guess what? Guess what? Guess what? You're gonna find out if you hang out with me and just, I don't know, take a trip through my head. Um, you know where I really need to go if you want to take a trip through my head is to a place where I was in the last video with Darren Hufford. I believe I'm getting his name right now. Let me tell you, this book from this guy, um, it's kind of funny how this story went. Um, my wife, she bought a book. Now, you got to remember, hopefully this is not going to be bad for my wife because, you know, trust me, if it is, you're not hearing it because she's not going to let it go through because I've already given her the job of my religious editor. um, sorry, I had to get a drink. But all right. Anyway, she does not read very well. That's one of her disabilities, and that's totally cool. Um, I'm good with that. But uh, there's certain books that she picks out, and this was not one of those books. Um, this was uh, a, more of what would be called a technical book, um, if you think of it that way. Um, so anyway, she picked out this book, and there was no way she was going to read it. I mean, there was just she wasn't going to. Um, and I kind of was into the whole like the new Christian person, the person who is like, "Oh my God, Jesus is real." Praise the, and I just kind of went into the whole rush that you get when you first become a Christian. When you first really become a Christian, you've got this power rush. Um, you know, it's like God is right there shining on you, and I think it's kind of like falling in love, if you think about it. Um, when you first meet that person and that person is like so awesome. And, I don't know if you could hear it, but I just edited out what I was going to say. And I'm sure you know where it was, but I edited it just because I like to be able to get through some teenagers on doing this kind of thing too. So, anyway, where was I? Well, hopefully we'll end up back to where I originally was. But no, really, where was I? Um Maybe this will be the first edited part, or I can just sit here for a minute and let God take me to wherever God wants me to go, right? Because well, it's kind of what I guess this is all about. This is about, I don't know, God letting me put out Darren Hufferford. I keep going back to the book. All right, okay, all right. And this is kind of how, me and God talk once in a while. I mean, I just sit here and try to figure out what's going on, and he just keeps, all right, dude. Yeah, come on, come back over here. All right. And apparently it's Darren's book. Oh yeah, the story. Um, well, anyway, like I said, I ended up reading this book, and just the stuff in it. At first, I thought it was one of those, typical Christian books. Um, the ones that just like, I don't know, it just doesn't vibe. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, damn, I gotta change. Oh, really? Um, well, that sucks. And but that wasn't what this book was. I mean, this book was pure and simple, it was about, how God is not who we think God is. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just he's not. Um, a lot of people view God as this this person that, or this being that needs, he needs your attention. You know, it's just it's corrupted. It's corrupted. Without actually sitting here and preparing statements. Which all right. So is that is that where we're going now? Okay. So a book review, is that where we're heading? Um, I could do that. I could do that. You know, that's just kind of me talking to God, I guess. Um, you know, so I guess we're going to have a book review. Um, okay. So, you know, I guess that's kind of when you go, God, you dude, are we done yet? Um, and yeah, well, I mean, how far have we gotten? 11 minutes. I think we can go for a little bit longer than 11 minutes. I mean, I do my comedy routines for, you know, 25 minutes. So I think I could give God that one, right? Um, and once again, that would be because, you know, it's an ongoing joke. I mean, between me and God, it's just that's just how it is. Where are we going on this conversation? That is really the that's really the question. I mean, there's so many different topics I can pick. Just stuff just ranges through my head. It's like, hey, why don't we talk about this? And oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It's like one of those little like game shows. No, not a game show. Um, like a circus, or better, no, like a county fair, you know, where there's all those guys, and you got all those booths lined up, and there's that guy out there like, hey, 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 you go, yo, hey, you, and now why do I sound like totally like one of those like who I just popped into my yeah. Who I just popped into my head? Who just popped into my head on that one? Like Keanu Reeves, in like Bill and Ted, hey yo dude, I don't know. Will this make it past editing? Uh maybe. Depends on what the next one up is. Um Well, I said I would talk about it before, so can we fit 10 minutes of this in? Um, Bible, 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 Bible. This is supposed to be like, and I know, I've got a bunch of people right now who are hating me because what they think I'm picking on the Bible. And what I'm saying is the Bible is a great, great um, what do you want to call it? Like reference guide. Um, you know, it's a very good reference guide. However, it was written by man, and this kind of brings me back to where I was talking to one of my church members. Um, and I'm not going to go naming names, but um, I actually brought this up to him, and I was like, I mean, everything that man has touched, he has destroyed. Look at the earth, you know. I mean, it's like mankind was built for war. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, that's all we do is kill. I mean, um, everything we touch is corrupted. I mean, we're full of sin. So what do you expect? We're going to extract sin. I mean, think about it. So yeah, we corrupt stuff. Hey, my name is Vic, and you know, I'm a corruptaholic. um, you, you get where I'm getting at, though. I mean, um, pollution, uh, you know, just the list goes on and on and on. And yeah, I know I could be naming and just randomly shouting words, but that's not what this needs to be about. What this needs to be about is, see, you know what this is, right? Once again, I mean, this is Satan right here. You know, I mean, you can almost feel him, when you're just trying to think about God and you're just, you're like, man, I'm on a roll here. And then, I don't know, it's just, you just lose your train of thought. I mean, all right, so you know what you do on that one, right? I mean, you just calm everything down and you listen for God's voice because it's in there. I mean, Satan puts all this static in there. He puts all of this, you know, all of this static, and it's really hard to hear. Well, the vocalist, when there is a bunch of static, it is very difficult to hear that person. And so, what do? You noise reduction, right? um, and that part by itself. All right. Well, apparently we're going in a bunch of different directions, and well, welcome to my head because this is what my head does. It goes in all kinds of different directions, and anyway, what direction are we on now, right? That is the question. What is the answer? Hmm? Where were we going? Well, once again, welcome to my head because this happens a lot, you know. Um, but where were we going? Oh, corruption. Corruption. That's where we were going. See, God breaks through. Calm down, listen, and God will break through. Corruption. That's where we were at, was that mankind corrupts everything that they touch. And I was saying to this guy, name one thing, just name one thing that mankind has touched that has not been corrupted. Because what I wanted him to say is the Bible. And, well, the Bible was written by man. God inspired it, but man wrote it. So that's what I was looking for. And he came up with an answer that I believe is partially correct. He said Jesus. And, all right, I'll give you that. Man never corrupted Jesus. Jesus, well, Jesus wasn't a man to start with, but mankind never corrupted him. But my answer to that was Yeah, and we crucified him, you know. Um, and so I guess what I'm saying there is I believe that the Bible, there may have been stuff that's been added. Um, there may have been stuff that no longer applies because I believe the New Testament changed part of at least what was in the Old Testament. Um, and then we have to go and figure out which parts were changed and which parts weren't changed. Um, no, that sounds like we could come up with 50,000 different answers. So no, no, I don't think that's what the answer is. What the answer is let's just strip everything down. You know, let's not take a hold of anything that's been touched by man. When we're talking to God, anyway. Um, let's just work off of how we feel with God. Trust me. If you are going to sin, you're gonna you're gonna feel it. All right. I mean, are you gonna do it? Well, yeah, possibly. Because we're human, okay, and we're tested every day. I mean, we're tested and we're tested and tested and we're tested, and I don't really think it's God that's testing us. I believe it's Satan that's testing us. Um, Satan is trying to convince us that we are bad, that we, deep inside, that we are the problem. And you know something? It's kind of like the teacher that just keeps, harping on, everything that you've done wrong, you know, because she thinks it's going to help you. No, that's not what Satan knows it ain't going to help you. But he's going to do it anyway. Um, where were we going? You know where we were going. I mean, really. Once again, I mean, this is how my head works. But you know something? I'm going to listen to this back. So I'm going to know where my head was going. And what would be cool, what would be really cool is if I had somebody sitting right here. Hey, are you out there? I got you a seat. All right. It's actually in better shape than the seat I'm sitting in. I've got you a seat. Um, but you want to jump in here with me and you live in the local area. I have no idea where my head is going to take us, but it would be cool. It would be cool to have somebody sitting right here, who can bounce stuff back. But please, please remember there is no judgment, all right? There is no judgment because there is only one person, there's only one being that can judge me, okay? And so if you're interested in being one of the people that sit here and I don't know, you want to get yourself on YouTube. um, Once again, I had no idea where this, what do you want to call it, a broadcast? I have no idea where this broadcast was going to go, but we're at about the 25-minute mark, and I think we put enough little topics out there that maybe if somebody is listening they will throw out a bone, so to speak, aka a topic, and you know we can keep this going from there. Once again, if you would like to, I don't know, what do you want to call this? Rockstar religion, Rockstar on religion. I don't know. I don't know. Is anybody still here? You know, is anybody still listening? If you are, um, thank you. You know, just out of the bottom of my heart, thank you. Um, because you're the people that I'm really talking to. I mean, I realize this is going to get maybe one or two views, and hopefully one of those views, I don't know. I guess I'm also trying to figure out how YouTube works. Um, but once again, if I haven't bored you too much and you're still here, I love you. Thank you very much. Rockstar has no. You know I'm not going to end it that way, right? You know I'm not going to end it that way. All right, guys. I am going to end it. Hit the subscribe button, please. Hit the like button, please. More than anything, just remember I love you guys. Hopefully, hopefully somebody hears this. Rock on.